Sheldon, was that perhaps as complete a game as you've seen your guys play this year?
Hey, we've had a few. I think the third period to me was as good as we played, and we had a real good one in Philadelphia as well. But today, there's a lot of the things that we want to do. How we use our bench, how we change, how we hold on to pucks and spend time on the other teams in the other team's zone. Today was the third period was as good as it's been, and lots of good things in the second. The first period, I think there was parts there we didn't like so much, but real good win for our team.
Is that a little more gratifying, Sheldon, given that, we kind of have been up and down, though the wins have been coming in recent weeks, but, you yourself have said not the perfect hockey we were trying to get to or however you want to put it.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, that's why we believe in our team and what we're capable of. It's why when things are going tough and all of that we still believe in our group, because I think we have terrific potential. We got great talent. We've got great character in our room. And we see that here of late. Sometimes we're not playing our best, but we play really good hockey in good spots that puts our team in a good place. And that's why sometimes the games are closer than they should be. Sometimes we give things up, you don't feel that great about the game. But like tonight, the second half of the game, I don't think we gave them much. I think there was one or two chances in that third period. We had a couple breakdowns. But there's a lot of really good things that we'll take away from the second half of the game here tonight in particular. And I thought all four lines contributed very well. Defense were great. Obviously, Soupy's perfect in that. So lots of great stuff tonight.
What's the Kasha and Camp? Just like the value those guys bringing in now, they're getting rewarded a little bit.
Yeah, it's great to see them get rewarded, especially two guys that that I don't think that they care whether or not they score. They just know what they need to bring and what they need to do for the team, and they're going to lay it out there every night. These guys don't cut corners at all. Those are the guys you want to see get rewarded because they deserve it. They generate chances. They're good players. They hold on to the puck. Not only are they diligent defensively, but they just do great things. I think Pierre's done a good job with those guys on that line as well. But yeah, those guys. I was excited when we added the both of them. Obviously, Kasha. The question was the health, right? And we had to be really smart. We're kind of taking it slowly with him, but he really just look at how he plays. That he's certainly comfortable and he's pushed past anything that's held him back before. And as you say, both guys are just bringing tremendous value to our team.
Coach, what is the value in having a third line that does what those guys do?
Yeah, to me, it's just tremendous. Especially with the way our team is, with our top two lines. In the past, here we've had to really lean on them also in defensive situations. In the past they've had to take a lot of D-zone face-offs, Austin and John both, and play against other teams' best players a lot, which they still do and they still will. That's natural. It's going to happen if you want to get your guys 20-plus minutes. They're going to end up having to take shifts against other teams' best people, but there's times when you don't have to force them back onto the ice because one of the other team's best lines is coming. You can give them a little extra break and then get them extra advantages on the other side when the other team has to play their depth players. So I think it's great for us, in particular with the personalities that they have. These guys are just here to serve the team and help our team win. And like I said, they've got tremendous value, brought tremendous value here to us, and it's been nice to see them getting rewarded of late because you could feel it on our bench and in our room that our players recognize what they're bringing to our team, whether they score or not, and they see the importance of it. So those guys have been terrific.
You know that's, Sheldon, what you were going to get out of Andre? I mean, he scored some goals in this game. He's played an offensive role. You know he's going to be a guy that will be willing to buy into the assignment that you have for him this year?
Wasn't overly familiar with his personality and the type of person that he was. But from the work that I had done to watch him play on video and some of the calls that I had made in terms of his skill set, the common thing that kept coming back is how much he works and competes. I watched, he's always scored 20 goals in the league. He can score. He's got that skill set, but he plays hard. I mean, you just see the way he skates. Like he digs into the ice. He's pushing. He's giving everything that he's got. That shot block at the end of the period. Like he's emptying the tank. I saw some of those traits in there, and that's why I thought, even though there's a bit of a different skill set, that he could be a really good match with Kampf in that sense, and those guys could be a good pair for us. Like we saw the other night, I think Kasha can move around the lineup for us, but it's been a nice pair, and it, of course, just helps that they so happen to be best friends as well before even getting here. So that's served us well too.
You've won 8 of 11 at home, I think. Happy with sort of setting the home as a fortress for you guys?
Yeah, I think that's important. I mean, the schedule, the way it's worked out, we've played at home more than we've played on the road, so being good here has been important. Obviously, the road games are going to start to pile up here, and we've got to be really good there too. But certainly, when you come here, you want to have great efforts and great results, and you want your fans behind you and all those things. So to be generating positivity while we're on home ice and winning our share of games has been very good.
So what's the any plan now for Kyle Clippers coming in, or shed any light on that?
Yeah, I haven't fully talked to Kyle here after the game, Kyle Dubas, that is, about it, but my understanding is he's going to join the Marlies tomorrow. He hasn't played much this season here. I know he was on the COVID list for a while there and missed a good period of time for that. So he's only played 2 games this season, so my understanding is going to go down with the Marlies and look to get himself back up and running. But I think it's just a tremendous add for our team into our organization. You know, a guy that now has flexibility to move up and down and all of that. But you know, we come to really respect Cliff and who he is as a person, what he's accomplished in the league. Yeah, I think we would have liked to have seen him return to us, a season ago. But have him back in the organization now, I think he'll be a very welcoming group if and when he gets with us, which I believe over time he'll find his way here. But just the fact he's in the organization to add to our depth, very positive thing for us.
Jack played his 100th game tonight, 3rd shutout of the year. Can you come up with a few new adjectives for us about him?
Tough. He's consistent, I guess, is the one that we're finding here. You know, is coming into the season, that was the question, right? Could he do it again? Could he do it as the number one guy and playing more frequently? And as it's turned out, you know, there hasn't been the partner that we had intended to have there with Peter with his injury situation, but Jack's just remained consistent and solid. I thought the guys, not perfect tonight because there's times when we let people in behind us. We got to clean that up, but Jack made saves. Posts were on his side tonight as well. But he's just been consistent and reliable. Pucks are hitting him in the chest more frequently than not, and he's hanging on to him. So he's been consistent. He's been confident, and as a result, our team confidence is real high as well. That, of course, is a huge part of our team's success here of late.
You've had a little bit of trouble finding someone who can mesh with Marner and Matthews, and I'm wondering if it's imperative, that you find that either within the organization or from outside before things go along too far.
Yeah, I think that's important for sure. That's an important role. They're 2 good players. It's important minutes. You're going to play against tough matchups. Obviously we give Richie another opportunity here today, and we're going to stick with that here a little bit. But we knew that was going to be something to look at. Alex Kerfoot has really established him as a guy that we think has paired really well, no matter what role we've put him in. But he's spent most of his time with Tavares, and has done a really nice job there, and we're happy with that. And whether it's Bunting or Kasha, or we haven't seen Ilya Mikheyev yet this season, and he was a guy that had a tremendous camp for us and preseason, and we were really excited about where he was at before his injury. So we've got some things to sort through there, but right now it's Richie's opportunity, and we're looking to give him the chance here to take hold of it. It hasn't happened here quite yet, but we're going to stay with it and see what we can get out of it. But we believe we have some options there, but we knew coming in that was going to be something not unlike last season. last season we started and we started with some options there, and it didn't go the way we wanted to. So we ended up making a switch, and Hyman moved into that spot, and we've got some different guys throughout the lineup that that we haven't quite used in that space yet, but we'll see how things go here with Richie for the time being.